Okay. Are we live? Yes, we are. All right. Man, that preview. I don't know why it's on 144p. It's not going to show up that way for you guys, but that's what my preview looked like. Fuck me. All right. Let's get that link and let's get into this. See, I can't tell if my game window is too big or if my chat window is too big. I think my game window might be too big because the windows are like slightly overlapping. Let me try to shrink the game window a little bit. There. If you've been following the events chat and my community tab, then no, we're exactly on schedule. I said I would be doing a stream in the afternoon today because I have the day off work. Oh, you mean on mobile? Because, yeah, I noticed the YouTube UI looks different again on Safari this afternoon, and I'm like, oh my god, why? Why do you keep doing this, YouTube? But yeah, like for the desktop UI, it's been different for me for like at least a week now. Seriously. I don't know why they keep doing that. So, how is everybody's afternoon or night or whatever time it is for you? Yeah, if you want all the updates on the show, then you're going to want to keep up to date with that. Because I have been posting about, schedules and what mods, I'm going to be playing next. And every time I go live in the events chat on the server. So if you stay up to date with that or my community tab, then you'll be up to date with mods that I'm playing. Also, my next poll on the community, or my next poll, not exactly poll, actually, I should say, my next post on the community tab, I'm going to be asking you guys for your most requested mods. The mods that you want to see me play the most, because I want to get an idea of what mods you guys want to see the most. Oh, in the art chat? Yeah, I've been keeping up with that. All throughout the month, I've been keeping up with that. So out of it when it comes to modding, that's fair, mate. That's how I was this summer. I was just really out of it. Especially when you're someone like me that covers them on a regular basis. Trust me, yeah, you get burned out after a while. That's why I've been kind of trying to pace myself a little more lately. Not doing them, like every chance that I can, trying to do them more at the pace that I have been doing lately. How many people have submitted art? Right, I think... Ami, you posted about a contest thing on Twitter, right? Yeah, but that doesn't mean they can't be entertaining, Imprudent Dev. Doesn't mean they can't be entertaining in their own right. It makes me happy to. It makes me happy just reading that, Autumn. That's why I love doing this. That's why I keep doing it. Because I genuinely have fun playing these, even when the mods themselves are not the most standout thing in the world. I still have fun just going live and hanging out with you guys while we blow through some mods. And I am thinking this one is going to be on the shorter side, because when I checked out the Reddit page, one of the commenters said it's going to be about 2 hours, depending on your reading speed, so I foresee this either being a one-off or a two-parter. But yeah, for those not familiar with this mod, a little bit of background about it. This is actually a bit of an older mod, despite, what the release page for it might tell you. This originated as a Russian mod, believe it or not. And it was released all the way back in 2018, which would explain Wallace's involvement in this mod. If you haven't seen the teaser image in the full release, like what is a mod doing with Wallace in 2022? I mean, we got so many different options for how to portray our boy in the story now. It's like, why the fuck are you using Wallace? But no, that explains a lot about his presence in this mod, because it's from 2018. And yeah, you guys didn't see it when I opened this, but the text box is actually like animated. It slides up and down, and it has a custom cursor too. Just think about that for a minute. A mod from 2018 had like a custom executable and everything. I don't know if that was the work of the guy who translated this into English, or if this was how the mod was originally packaged and like the only changes were the translation. I can make a poll on that on the community tab. And I will think about it, Onyx. I will think about it. Because I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to that. Yep, I read about that on the Reddit page. There's some solid animation in this mod. And that a lot of work went into it. Apparently this even had a part 2, but it's an unfinished demo. It's completely unfinished. So yeah. If we finish this today, I'll see about doing part 2 to this another day if I can track it down. And if it has an English translation, because I unfortunately don't know Russian. And this was originally a Russian mod, so if it was never translated into English, well, then there's kind of a language barrier. Yep, and I still have those short mods recorded. They're in my video file. I just need to edit them together and upload them at some point. Ooh, yeah, that sucks, mate. Well, I'm done sending out links apart from the community tab, so we will get started in a minute here. There we go. I'm also starting to get into the habit of making thumbnails for each mod, like to make them more individual. No. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, ever since that attempted raid, I tried to set up a bit of a spam filter, but it's casting too wide of a net right now. I still need to tweak that. It's one thing I forgot about before stream, but yeah. Sorry you're not feeling super great, Autumn. I'm sorry you're not feeling super great. Alright. We'll see how good of a translation this is. How to change the course of history. Unofficial fan mod on the game. DDLC, unrelated to Team Salvato. Based on the script of one of the fanfics and contains spoilers for the game, so it is recommended to complete the game before passing it. Spaghetti bolognese right now. Nice. Dev, just ignore those people. Just ignore those people. Play strictly after the original, which can be downloaded at ddlc.moe. By installing the mod, you agree that you've completed the game and are ready for spoilers contained within. Also, got original sound effects. It's giving me a bit of a Smash Bros. Melee vibe. Like, that kind of sounds like the menu sound effects in Smash Bros., doesn't it? Super Rage. Hello, you must be the developer. Hi. Glad to see you decided to download this amazing modification. Well, I will be the judge of that, but yes, I did. Also, I have to click the mouse wheel to hide the text box. It's not right-click like it normally is. As you can understand, I myself, the author of the mod, am addressing you now. No! Super Rage, actually the nickname I use almost everywhere. For this reason, the group in VK, where my translations are posted, has a corresponding name. You can also just call it Rage. Okay, that's not the point now, though. Okay, get to the point then, my boy. I want to start. Before you start going through this mod, I want to ask you one important question. Okay, what is it? What do you need to know about me? Are you ready to see what truly advanced animations on Ren'Py are like? Gee. Are you ready to see what really hard and smart code is? Are you ready to see what a new high-level horror novel is? Well, I will be the judge of all of those things, mate. Well, in that case, good luck. Enjoy reading. One more thing before we get started. I only noticed this when I pulled up the characters folder, but one character file, Monika's, was actually modified. It is actually actively being modified by the game, because that time code is the current time right now. Enjoy reading. But yeah, text box has some animation, we've got a custom cursor, all kinds of shit going on already. Unofficial fan work, unaffiliated. Yeah, very metal sounding title already. Also, you remember how I put an achievement in the thumbnail? Yeah, that wasn't a joke. This mod has fucking achievements. I have no fucking clue why, but this mod has achievements. So yeah, we'll see. And we're not overlapping with any other mods. That's good. I didn't expect we were. Here. Sounds like a Dashiro mod. What is the help page? Oh, there literally is no help page. It didn't open check. Shit. Achievements? Yep, I looked at some of these when I was making the thumbnail. It doesn't look like it's actually going to show me anything. There's 5 different difficulties for quick times. Okay. I have no fucking clue what we're getting into here. Unlock to find out info. It doesn't look like we're gonna get info on any of the achievements. But like I said, I have the mod files. Like, I decompressed the mod files to help make the thumbnail, so I looked at some of them. I don't remember much about it, except for the one that I put in the thumbnail. I want my visual novels on hard, please, right? Also, we don't even get to input a name. We don't even need... Who needs names? Here we go. I like the grainy VHS look. Oh, here we input the name. This mod is really going over the top. Yeah, Wallace is in this mod. He's actually, I think, our character. Like I said, this mod is from 2018, so makes sense. It's a Russian mod from 2018. Oh, right-click takes me to the save option instead of hiding the text box. Yeah, it's mouse wheel. I have to click the mouse wheel to hide the text. I'm still getting used to that. Also, I must say, interesting desktop here. I want to know what that fucking nuke icon is, though. What is that nuke icon? Everything must go as planned. But perhaps something can be changed? I just want a really good ending. But what I was able to get can hardly be called the end. It kind of looks like a Mac. If it is, it's a Mac that's running Windows, so... Just can't get over all the tragedies that have happened to the other girls. Maybe there's a way to save them, after all? Maybe there's some kind of secret route that no one else has found yet? I can assure you, mate. I can assure you, if there was one, trust me, that we would have found it by now. We would have found it by now if there was one. Maybe. Oh, the hell with it. Here again, day after day, these thoughts that do not give me a moment's peace come up again and again. I'm so sick of them. Really sick. I as well become paranoid that way. Anyway. Now I will go in there and see her in front of me again. Sitting in front of me and smiling gently at me. Wait, did you mean you just left the game on Act 3? Because there's this great little thing. I don't know if you've heard of it. But you don't have to just sit there forever, you know. Well. Yep, the fucking madman. Yeah. You did just leave it on Act 3. If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just stare into each other's eyes. Let's see. Bradley says that's a Mac. Yeah, I like the effect. I like the effects work that they've done on this. That is a really nice touch. No, this can't go on. It's another way. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I know. I've seen... My grandma has a Mac. I know exactly what I'm looking at. And yeah, my mate, have you heard of this magical thing called the characters folder? Maybe you should check there. I think that's what you're looking for, mate. sorry, Monika, but I still have to delete you and put things back the way they were. Ah yes, Act 4. How I didn't want to do that. But one way or another, I had no choice. No, you really didn't. Like I said, have you heard of this thing that can enhance Act 3? If that's all you wanted out of this game. Hey, have you heard of this thing called Moss? Because this can't be the timeline before Moss was created. The thing was made literally like 3 days after the game came out. Or some shit. It didn't take long for this mod to pop up. So it's back to square one. Only one question remains. What do we do now? Oh shit! Oh shit! Those are actually functional menu options. They don't do anything. They don't do anything, but I can click them. How will I try to save them? It's not like I can just be in the game myself to make it all possible. Huh. And it all sounds like the ramblings of a junkie. Although, it's a chance I wouldn't miss. What? The problem seems to be caused by the following file. spcm-decon.sys. Page fault in non-paged area. If this is the first time you've seen this stop error screen, restart your computer. If this screen appears again, follow these steps. Check to make sure hardware software is properly installed. If this is a new installation, ask your hardware or software manufacturer for any Windows updates you might need. If problems continue, disable or remove newly installed hardware or software. Disable BIOS memory options such as caching or shadowing. If you need to use safe mode to remove or disable components, restart your computer, press 8 to select advanced startup options, then select safe mode. Some technical info, and finally, this little ominous message. Welcome to the Literature Club. I told you guys in the description, this premise sounded kind of similar to World of Dreams. But keep in mind, this mod came first, technically. It's just that it was only in Russian for the longest time. Wait a minute. What's this? Oh no. What's happening right now? Welcome to the Literature Club? Oh my. How to change the course of history. Yeah, that error screen. Artist and graphics, Super Age. What are you doing? Don't do it! The back is laser eyes! Translation into English. There's your translators, folks. Thank you. No! Don't step into the lights! Tester, Photoshop help. Nice job. It's the Super Monkey! Good, you're just in time to see us crossing the event horizon into the world of the game. We stepped into the light of our computer, and now we're in the game. Fanfic author. Yeah, there's the author that this mod was inspired by. Um... What? I can change my name? The fuck? Do these have any bearing on anything? What additional features are we talking about? Live background animation, ability to get in-game achievements? I have no idea where any of this is going to be relevant. But it's neat. Enable achievements? Yeah, enabled. Live background animation. Of course I want that on. Okay. Like, other than just it's a thing you can do, 100% it, maybe. We'll see. For now, I just kind of want to experience the mod. I don't know if changing our character's name will be relevant at any point. Who want... Wait! What? What? I don't feel like I should be given this much power. What? I don't feel like I should be given this responsibility. The ability to change not just my clothes, but everyone's. I don't feel like it should be given this much power. Okay, they missed a part there. MC does something dumb, you can change his name to Dumbass. I'll keep that in mind. I'm not gonna mess with any of that right now. Let's just begin. The day is coming to an end. My god, is all this really happening again? Now that I know the whole story, it makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, disregarding everything that happened in the future, or hasn't happened yet, but it should, I went back to the starting point. Images of their deaths come back to my eyes again and again. Get ready for a montage! I don't know, ask the Russians who made this. Yeah, exactly. I have to save everyone. How am I going to do that? Maybe I should have talked to Monika about it before I made any changes, because she knows how to do it better than I do. Of course, I know what motivated me not to talk to her. I was afraid of hurting her by thinking about someone else besides her. Considering that all of them, except Monika, are not real, it would be even more disrespectful to prefer fiction over reality. I wonder what other people would do in this situation. What would they think of what she had done? What if they hated her for it? But I understood it this way. Because she was not allowed to say a word while the others had the opportunity to communicate with me, and I with them. That she chose to delete her entire world rather than have me watch them all die one by one. Maybe it really was better for me. Now that I know roughly the course of events, my job is to prevent all the bad endings. I'm not sure if I can do it, but I have to. You have to at least try, mate. You have to at least try. Hey, Ben! I shuddered. So strange. seeing her alive again. Have you decided on a club to join yet? How about I don't join anything? I can refuse. I really can. It would have been a lot easier if Sayori hadn't asked me to do it. You guys want me to change Sayori's clothes? Really? I don't know if that's a good idea. Should we try it anyway, just to see what happens? Do it? Chat, what do you think? Should we try it? Ami says, I'm curious. Dev, what do you think? Chat, should we do it? Totally not to see a bikini. Do it, join the dark side. Okay. Regular clothes. Maybe more options will open up as the game goes on. Oh man, I can't get over that. That's funny. Man, I want this option in like base DDLC to just have like a wardrobe to choose from, and then I could just play the game all day, just wear whatever. Yep, Sayori isn't phased at all. I don't think I'm gonna join anything. I'm not interested in clubs, so I'd rather just... Suddenly, Sarah ran out of the empty classroom, not bothering to close the door. I'm left confused. After a few seconds, Monika slowly walked into the classroom. Her face was frowning and unhappy. Hey, Han! Did I do something I wasn't supposed to? Actually, let me see something. Monika, what if I fuck with you? Hey! I like how she totally doesn't react to that. Yeah, I've just shown you I can do shit too. I thought I knew why, but then I had the thought that she couldn't remember it. Still, I was somewhat taken aback by the further conversation. Hello. You should continue the dialogue with the outfits. Oh, see if she notices. In a minute, we'll try it. Is something wrong? Do you hate me that much? Why did you take it all back? What are you talking about? You mean before this reset? Also, I don't know if it's just the shading, but why do those look more like claws than fingers? Is that just me? Is it just my monitor? Or is that what it looks like to you guys? Like, I can't unsee that. Wait, Monika, do you think it's because of... Of course! Reality can be whatever I want. Exactly. She cried out fervently. What else could have caused you to do that? But I knew you would. I managed to make a backup so I wouldn't forget anything after you deleted me. What are you going to do now? Yes. Her character file is what she's referring to. If you hadn't noticed, she's actually been modifying her character file this whole time. She asked sharply, looking directly into my eyes. If she knows everything, I can explain to her the purpose of my return. But what if she already knows that it's impossible to change anything here? Monika, I came back not because I hate you, but because I want to make things right. Was it supposed to happen this way? She looked away, Something flashed across her face, but I couldn't understand it. The after image of everything that had happened after another encounter with her completely caught me off guard, and it was hard for me to talk. So, you need them more? She muttered. No. You're looking at this the wrong way. You're looking at this the wrong way. No, I don't want them to die, you know? Yes, they're not real, but they don't have to die just because of that, do they? You're right. I'm sorry. I guess I got too hung up on myself in this whole thing. Maybe you didn't want to. Maybe you really didn't want to stay with me. I'm gonna give you a little tip. You don't know that. There we go. You had to suffer because of me indulging my love. Forgive me. Now what? Oh? We're in the club room now? Monika turned away and covered her face with her hands. Her head bowed and her shoulders shook slightly. Crying was audible. No, that's what I didn't want more than anything else. It's alright. Just let it out. I'm here for you. Hey, Wallace. After overcoming all the things that were holding me back, making me afraid to talk to her, I was able to get up from my chair and walk over to her. With trembling hands, I touched her shoulders. They were real. I didn't know how it would turn out. Monika, I didn't take it all back because I don't want to be with you. I want what's best for everyone else. If we try to change something together, they might all stay alive. Don't trust Wallace. Don't do it. She looked back at me from behind her shoulders. Looked like she was already smiling. The fuck is happening? We're in the game now. That's us. We're fucking Wallace. Part of me is curious later to try changing my name to Wallace just to see what happens. I didn't think of that. Despite you've always been quite sensible. English. Monika's in action. We got an achievement. Can I view it? To convince Monika of his good intentions. Yep. Honestly, I like it. It takes me back to the days of when I watched fucking Rooster Teeth. Also, I like the lighting in this room. She turned, and the old smile that she had once greeted me with at the literature club appeared on her face. It's true. We have to do everything so that no one gets hurt. Knowing their personalities and peculiarities, all this can be accomplished. Wait, Monika. There's another option. What if I just don't join? She froze. Yeah, let's ponder this for a minute. Well, what if we just didn't join? Because realistically, like, the only winning option in Doki Doki is just to not play. The only realistic option is just to not play if you don't want to hurt them. The only winning move is to not play. So what if we do that? What happens then? Like, does the story still play out the same without us? Does Monika still learn of the things that she knows now? Or does life just go on as normal and nothing ever happens? I waited for an answer, but she looked as if time had stopped. At my own risk, I touched her arm and tried to take Monika's hand, but she was like stone. Her fingers and the rest of her arm didn't move. I tried to move her, but it was no use either. Guys, I think we broke Monika. I think we already broke something. I think she's broken. I looked out the classroom window and was even more dumbfounded. People weren't moving. Everything had stopped. Oh shit. Yeah, we didn't just break Monika, we broke the world. We broke the world. Shit. At some point, it became harder to breathe. We need to stop this. We kind of need air to live. This has to stop. I ran out of the classroom, and I saw the same scene in the hallway. Now begins a special QTV event added purely to demonstrate the capabilities of the engine. I mean, sure, I'll do it. I don't fucking care. 0.85 seconds to react. Chat? What do we think? Do you guys want to see me suffer, or do we just want to get through it? Enter your votes as 1 through 5. 1 being easy and 5 being professional. What do we think? Just for a warning, these are a pain in the ass. Well, yeah, there's different achievements for completing these on each different difficulty. Bradley says hard. Onyx says easy. Anyone else want to pitch in before we get into it? Give you guys another 25 or so seconds to vote. Alright. So we've got votes for a couple different difficulties. From Bradley and Onyx here. Monty, I need your ability to flip a coin. Would you be so kind as to do that for me? Don't think anyone else is on. Either that or they're just hanging out. Yep. Heads is going to be easy and tails is going to be hard. Yeah. Do you have a coin on you? Okay. Let's see what she gets. Tails. Okay, hard mode it is. So I have 1.25 seconds to react. I trust you. I could make a coin flip app and probably get something more advanced. But that's something for another day. Alright, let's get back to it now, hon. Thank you. Or you could just do 2 in between 1 and 3. How about no? You guys voted for easy or hard, and Monty selected hard. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. It would help to know what keys I need to be pressing. I've yelled, but nothing changed, and everything stayed where it was and didn't move when I interacted. Yeah, knowing what keys the QTEs are would have been nice to know before I started. You could have told me that. Of course Monika would select hard. Of course she does. She's seen the shit that I do on a regular basis. So of course she wants to see me suffer. So, yeah. A lot of keys? Oh, great. Oh, great. But, like, how many keys are we talking about here? Because I normally don't have, like, my hands on my keyboard. Alright, I guess I'll just put them on the home row and use the spacebar to advance for now. The fuck was that? Monika, what are you doing? It's able to breathe. It's as if there's no air. My eyes were blurry and I involuntarily had to lean against the wall. Hey, Kaneko. Yeah, we just started the QTE and Monika chose hard difficulty. There's apparently QuickTime events in this. It's an actual quick response time. I know, I chose hard. I literally have 1.25 seconds to respond. Trouble is, I don't even know what all the fucking keys are that I need to be mindful of. Health 160. Yeah, it's probably a good idea that I just went to the home row. How long does this go on for? I feel like I'm playing one of those, like, learn how to type games. I feel like I'm playing one of those learn how to type games, if that makes sense. At that moment, as if from the wall, appeared Monika, and she was alive. In the midst of the frozen world, she was moving. She appeared, she looked into my blurry eyes and said quietly and somewhat gently, "Here's what's going to happen. Until you answer, the world will not unfreeze. It's all up to you, and a little bit to me. You only have one choice. And unfortunately, you can't avoid it. Otherwise, the game wouldn't be called Literature Club, right?" Gee, thanks for that. Damn. If I don't inhale some air now, I'll die! As soon as you say what's required from you, you can breathe. I have no power over it. I'm sorry. God, okay. I'll do it. Everything came back to life. I inhaled deeply and sharply. My eyes were even more blurry. The back of my head ached sharply. Maybe hard mode was a mistake. It's cool. I'll give it that. It's indeed cool, and I don't even want to try that on hard. If it's literally just like typing sim, except I have less than a second to respond each time. I almost fell, but Monika held me up against the wall. Nah, 1.25 seconds should be enough for me. How wonderful! Hurry up, let's go to our place! Wasn't her voice. Oh shit! She wasn't the one who prevented me from falling. It was Sayori. We're back in here now. And we were already in the classroom, with me sitting in a chair. She was standing in front of me, smiling happily. I was not happy about it, because unlike her, I knew the potential future. Well, I'm glad you're here anyway. The soundtrack and overall mood, I would describe as metal as fuck. The animation and level of detail for a 2018 mod is impressive. And we just finished a QuickTime event. Also, we have additional functionality. We can change our character's name at any time we want. And we can fuck with what the characters are wearing at any time. And there are additional features like background anims and even achievements. I am still surprised by that. Yeah, you know how I put an achievement in the thumbnail? That wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke. That's actually a fucking achievement in this game. There's a fucking running system? Okay, I'm gonna have to see that. But I had to get up from my chair and follow her. With great reluctance and fear, I followed her into another classroom, and there I saw them again. Yuri, Natsuki, and Monika. I couldn't say anything, because just a few minutes ago, they didn't exist. But now even they seem to be doing their own things. Yeah, also Cyrilkins, Monika's been modifying her character file this whole time. Monika is doing things. There's a lot to like about this mod. And for a little bit of background, Cyrilkins, this is actually a Russian mod, released all the way back in 2018 if I remember right. But it only received an English translation this year, so this mod is actually quite old. I think ahead of its time is the word I would use to describe this mod. I hoped it would stay that way, but then Sayori said loudly. Oh right, and right click takes me to the save screen. I have to use the mouse wheel to hide the text. Hey everyone, I brought a new member! And now everyone was focused on me. Seems everything's already ruined. Okay, I've been waiting for a moment to try this. Everyone! Oh, come on! You can't tell me that's not an achievement! Fuck! You can't tell me that's not an achievement! Get them all together and do that. And now everyone was focused on me. I can't go through that again without losing my mind. Oh my god, Sayori, you brought a boy? Natsuki's disgruntled voice came out. Yuri watched silently, just smiling. Something was different, not like the last time. I glanced sneakily at Monika. I knew you were up to something! She winked at me, and I, having no clue what she meant, just nodded. I'm Monika, the president of our club. She said this as she carefully looked around the room and everyone in it. I guess you already know Sayori. She's our vice president. Atta girl, Sayori. She smiled sweetly. Then Yuri and Natsuki introduced themselves, and then it was my turn. I should have gotten a screenshot of that. That deserves an award. Oh, I had to get reacquainted with them. Given the fact that I couldn't even speak clearly, I already wanted to just get out of here and run away. Even to another country. As far away from here as possible. Keep in mind, you're not in the real world anymore, mate. You're in the world of the game. My name is Ben, and it looks like I'm in your club now. Hooray! Siren exclaimed and jumped where she stood. Monika just nodded her head, and something similar to a smile appeared on Natsuki's face. Yuri said, We're really glad. I took an attempt to smile back at them, and apparently they were satisfied with what came out. Everyone dispersed around the classroom for their own purposes, and only Sayori was left standing. I overcame myself again and asked her a question that I meant to ask long before I came here because it's crucial, and it was necessary to ask it the way so she won't find out about what happened to me. Sayori, what did you do last evening? Me? You ask such weird questions sometimes. I was getting ready for school, of course. I then stepped away from Sayori. So they really don't seem to know anything. Why is it different? As if everything's shortened. Well, I can tell you it's not because anybody else's character file has been modified. Those are all still the same. And no other recent modifications have been made that I can see. Hi. In new context. Show Yuri test at list. Monika's doing something. Or are we doing that? Suddenly, Yuri jumped up from where she was sitting while reading the book and immediately sat back down, then continued reading as if nothing happened. Hey, Bradley got the screenshot. Thanks, dude. There was a tense yet quiet voice from Monika's side. Oops. Yep, she's focusing. I went up to her. She was lost in thought, not even paying attention to me. Boy! Wallace! Don't break her focus when she's doing this shit. That's how she fucks things up. It was only when I approached her that she came to her senses and laughed and said, I'm sorry. You noticed that too, didn't you? Sort of. I'm trying to experiment with them. I changed some codes so that they behave differently, because the further course of events depends on it. Why is everything so sped up? I cut out the beginning so you wouldn't focus too much on the rest. She kept changing something with great effort, but I didn't understand what it was yet. It's really difficult for me because I don't understand it much more than you do, but I'm going to try. Okay, but I won't disturb you. Yes, good. I headed towards the closet. Wait, don't go there! Don't do it! Don't do it, boy! I couldn't stop myself. Something was pushing me there, and I couldn't resist it. Uh-oh. Natsuki rummaged through the closet, grumbling unhappily. I went up to her and asked, "Is something wrong?" Oh, Monika put everything in order again, and I can't find that particular manga volume. Damn it, it's happening all over again. If I become closer to Natsuki, it could end up like last time. That mustn't happen. I looked back at Monika. Her face was full of eagerness and diligence, pupils in her eyes darting in different directions. It was obvious that she was trying hard to make things right. But I haven't seen any change so far. In the meantime, I was being pulled into the closet. She's trying her best, man. She's trying her best. My hand reached out and pulled Parfait Girls from the cover of one of the shelves. There he is! Natsuki took it out of my hands. Weird title. It's not strange at all. I'll show you and you'll understand. She stepped back and sat down on the floor, patting her hand on the floor near her. With clenched teeth, I looked at Monika. She was looking at me, too, from the looks of it, very concerned. She held her hand up, telling me to wait, but it seemed to be more out of helplessness. I sat down next to Natsuki and started looking through the pages of the manga. She said something to me, but I didn't listen to her and kept looking around. At some point, Natsuki got tired of it. You don't watch at all! She got angry. Why are we even sitting here then? I just can't concentrate. Tried to force myself to look at the pages, but it was in vain. Natsuki took my wrist and spoke softly into my face. I'm trying to get your attention, idiot. She continued reading, but after that remark, I couldn't continue myself. I noticed Sarah sitting in the corner of the class, staring into nowhere. Why is it all happening all of a sudden? What's happening? I was about to say, this is actually happening live. That folder actually did just get made. But Monika's actually doing things. Port store module as module. Call in new context. Engine modification. Start engine start module. True. Engine processing. Code checking, script checking, memory checking. Oh no. The engine has been successfully modified. CD, characters, Natsuki, open for editing. Oh shit! Remove manga object! Return. Editing mode disabled. Script checking. In progress. Ah. Mod. You've been delivering up to this point, but if you're gonna not modify Natsuki's character and do all these other things, gotta go all the way. And yeah, that engine file, yeah, that's actually there. Natsuki jumped from where she was sitting, and the manga disappeared from her hands. I stood up too, suddenly able to act on my own. Thanks, Monika. I walked over to Monika, who was breathing heavily and almost falling over. Well, be a gentleman. Wanted to support her, but she stopped me. Just a second. Date time now. Definition successfully started. Persistent time, false. The value of the variable time set to false. In progress. What are you doing? Is this a good idea? Suddenly, everything froze again and she fell into my arms. I picked Monika up and set her on the chair, which luckily had already been pulled out. She rested her head on the table, breathing heavily, and turned it towards me. What happened? I asked, unable to find a better question. It's very hard. Such a workload on the brain. It's really unhealthy. Yeah, I can imagine. How are you able to get us to do what we wanted to do? Graphic novels are different in that they are enclosed in a strict code. I, on the other hand, tried to implement more of a free code, like in RPG games. Oh. You know, if that's something you can do with your character in Cyberpunk, maybe that's what I'll try to do if I ever pick up Cyberpunk. Because that sounds like fun. Monika's head began to tilt to the side. I ran out of the classroom right to the cooler and instantly returned to Monika with a glass of water in my hand. Atta boy! Get her some liquid! A weakened Monika drank it almost out of my hands, if you don't count the glass it was in. Then her eyes opened. She looked at me with boundless gratitude in her eyes. Thanks. How did you know you could get water? Because I could breathe, so I could interact with the world around me. You're so smart, Ben. It's just common sense. Monika answered in a low voice, even though no one could hear us. Yeah, I only turned them 3 off, and everything else is still alive. But while they're all off, I'm still as tense as you are. I only felt it now. I hadn't noticed it before, but now I couldn't ignore it. A transparent white noise appeared in my eyes, and if at first it was unnoticeable, now I could hardly distinguish the colors and outlines of some objects. You know, sometimes I wonder, when she's not, like, actually focused on what she's seeing, is this the way she sees the world of the game normally? That's what I wonder as I'm looking at this. Persistent time, true. Time to go back, huh? Finally, the noise faded away. The girls in the class unfroze again. It looked like I could still talk to Monika. That made me happy. Another very important question. About Sayori. She's sad. She was like that just before... Sorry, I screwed up. It turned out that we have 2 days. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. It turns out that we have 2 days to make this right. What? Can you fix it? I tried. I really tried. But it turns out that the game is made in such a way that you can never undo what you've done. It's the same reason you couldn't prevent Yuri's death, you know? There is no rollback. The game deletes the previous day completely. It destroys itself. Monika, I feel like everything is repeating itself. I raised my voice, sensing that she wasn't sure what she was saying and might be lying. You're bringing things to a bad end again, aren't you? Her lips were trembling and she couldn't answer. Monika stared into nothing and her eyes glittered a little. Eventually she ducked her nose into the table. I don't know what's happening to me. Understand, I'm not one of those yanderes. I just don't know. I just don't understand what I'm doing. I implement something random into this code, and I get something random in return. I hadn't seen her like that before. She had always been confident, but now it was as if she was begging for help. Well, then you clearly don't understand Monika as a whole. And I knew that she was the one who did all this to Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki. But even after all these horrors, I felt very sorry for her. Well, yeah, I mean, if you take a step back and look at the game from a different perspective, then yeah, what she does starts to make sense. Doesn't make it right, but you can understand it. You can understand her motivation. And that's why I have such fondness for her. Why I have such fondness for this woman. God, I love you. I hated her at some moments and loved her at others. 1,000 contradictions were struggling in me. I couldn't help it. I know I'm to blame for everything that's happened. And you're free to hate me for that. But not for what's happening now. I worry about them as much as you do. I didn't think I could have as much power as I do now, and I can't handle it. Yeah, just like me being able to do this, or change my name on a whim. I need support, Ben. I really do. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I leaned over to Monika, sitting in the chair, and hugged her. Her warm breath made my left shoulder feel warm. She let out a long sigh and then opened her eyes. Ben, we're being watched, she whispered in my ear. Well, whose fault is that? I pulled away from her and looked back at the girls. They looked at me and Monika with questioning expressions. Oh no. What have we done? What have we done? Alright, sounds good, Bradley. I think we might have fucked up. Monika, I think your blazer got a little dirty. Where? Nice try trying to play this off. Also, that face. Nothing sus about this at all. She pretended like she was looking for stains. Oh, I already wiped it down. It's fine. Monika blushed. But I couldn't hold back my laughter and laughed out loud to the whole class. The silliness of the situation made me laugh with her in unison. Oh, I think it's time to disperse. She got up from her chair. Okay, everyone. Write a poem by tomorrow and we'll share it with each other. Oh. That's great! I looked at Sayori. How come her mood changed so fast? Just some dirty clothes! Yeah! Totally. It's totally just that. Gonna make some food? Okay. I was somewhat surprised. Then I remembered that it has always been like this. There was nothing to be surprised about. But I had one more thing to do, so I answered. Of course, Sayori. Just wait at me for the exit for a while, okay? Good! She smiled and walked out of the classroom. Looking back at me, Yuri and Natsuki also walked out. We were alone. Me and Monika. Stain from what, I wonder? Oh god, don't even go there. Oh god, don't even go there. Oh god. And with this music, that is not helping. Now, as I have said so many times before, you and me, girlie. What's it gonna be? She smiled at me, then walked to the exit door and looked out into the hallway. After making sure no one was around, she came back to me. Sorry, I went a little overboard. I reminded her of the hug. You just made me happier. Monika replied unconsciously and pressed herself against my chest. Well, at least somebody enjoyed it. And I am too. Alright. Because, for real, something like this is what Monika has wanted all this time. Honestly, this feels like it would be a great candidate to turn into like a VR mod experience. I think that would be pretty wild. I don't mind for some reason. I hugged her again, now much tighter than the last time. Remember when I said there was no happiness in the literature club? Maybe there is? There has to be. There's no such thing as a game with a bad ending. I don't know of any. You wanna fucking bet, mate? You want a fucking bet? Gentle voice is making me shudder. Oh, if it could go on like that. Later. Later. Sayori and I were walking home and chatting merrily about something. When it was time to part, she suddenly asked me, "And what is it? Between you and Monika?" "What do you mean?" She smiled slyly. "I saw everything. Tell me about it, please," she asked childishly. I figured if I let her know what's happening between me and Monika, she'd feel more calm. Especially since Sayori has already cheered me up a little after our embrace. Well, I guess you could say that we are... dating? Oh, how cool! She hugged me and immediately let me go. Are you happy? I think so, yeah. I'm so happy for you. Do you want me to help you with that? She asked me with enthusiasm in her voice. Help? You think you know something about girls? Damn! Ruthless! No one knows about girls better than the girls themselves. Yes, just like that one Drake and Josh episode where Josh's mom teaches him how to get girls, and he's just like, what are you, some kind of wizard? So there's some truth to that, to be sure. As your best friend, I will be your ally in the fight for love, she said loudly. Quiet, Sayori, not so loud. Oh, she looked around. Several people looked at us with a smile. You're right, I'm just too excited. Oh, if that's really the case, then it turns out that things have finally moved on? You can never be too sure with Sayori. She looks so happy. It's not even suspicious. Looks very natural. But it's still scary to leave her alone. What if she's so joyful? Sayori. Yes? Promise me you'll never do anything stupid, okay? Oh, what are you talking about? Just... Just taking a moment to admire the best face in the whole game. Never gets old. Just promise. You're so close to me, Sayori. You have no idea how close. That's why I don't want anything to happen to you. I can't bear to lose you. She touched my forehead with her hand. I think you're ill. Don't talk nonsense, Ben. What's the worst that could happen? Come on, let's go to my place and I'll give you something for that fever and you'll be fine. Well, okay. Let's go. Whee! Oh, I'm sorry. All those loud noises must be painful for you. No! Whatever gave you that idea, Sayori? What am I doing? Let's go quickly. Sayori's making me act dumb. Sayori took my hand and we went to her house. Looks like this day went really well. How about y'all change into your casual clothes? Looks like this day really went well. Couldn't have imagined it any better. Maybe I'll be able to make things right. Not without Monika's help, of course. Everyone's home now. Casual clothes. Where am I? Oh. Oh no! I forgot to write a poem! Ah, shit! Managed to fuck everything up! Great! How come? Maybe because you didn't go home? And it's morning. How have I not noticed this? Sari and I stayed up late together because I was afraid she'd do something weird, and she was immersed in taking care of me. Then I came home in the dark. Now I have to write poems, and I don't even know which topic to choose. Yeah, having taken the paper, I armed myself with a pen. I unconsciously wrote out the first word on the paper. Emerald green eyes. What? I didn't even think of that. Well, looks like you got home at just the right time. The first day is coming to an end. And you're definitely gonna want to watch this one back later, because for a mod originally from 2018, like, keep in mind, this was a Russian mod from 2018. There's some impressive technical prowess on display. I would definitely consider this mod ahead of its time. The hand carried on. Okay. Why am I getting Act 3 flashbacks? Monika, what are you doing? Look what you did! Look what you did! Monika, look at this! Look at what you did! What are you doing to my game? See, we're fucking drunk on this. Might as well be what's going on right now. Sari slid some LSD into the school sandwiches. I'm looking for, like, the one word that's different, but I'm not seeing it. Fuck, this is getting trippier. Jesus Christ, what am I playing? What did you fucking do to the poem minigame? Fuck, why do you gotta make it such a challenge to click? She knew MC wanted to smash because so she drugged him. Tell me about it. Oh no, why must you make this difficult? No, it's like right here, isn't it? Fuck me. I feel like something's gonna happen if I don't pick the words in the right order. Fuck, dude. When mod devs are playing Galaga Space Invaders. Now I want to see that. Emerald green eyes. Yes. Emerald green eyes. When an entire page was filled with lines, I decided to take a break. Thoughts come flooding back into my head and I continued to write. No! No! Please stop! It turned out as 3 pages. I tried to read it and began to wonder at every line. Oh, totally. Become a great poet. I don't know if it's just getting through the poem minigame, or if you actually, like, have to keep spelling out Emerald Green Eyes the whole time. Best mod poem game ever? If anything, for that fucking music. I tried to read it and began to wonder at every line. You know what the music for that minigame made me think of? The fucking bonus stages. When you went into the, like, stars above the checkpoints in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. The music kind of gave me that vibe. Literally couldn't remember if and when I wrote it, or if it was really me. Oh, for sure. It was like the poem was in front of me for the first time. Anyway, the important thing is that I've written it. Something tells me you're not gonna get a very good reaction out of the club with that. Except for a certain somebody. Yeah. It's a 2018 mod, so... That's why Wallace is in this mod. When I was good to go, I left the house and already saw Sarah coming from her side. Oh yeah, we can do this, by the way. She was bright and still, as radiant as yesterday. You're lost, mate. You're missing out on a lot of cool shit. There is a lot of cool shit going on in this mod. It was a great relief to me, and I put the dreadful thoughts behind. Everything was working out in the best possible way, and I should have thought about it as little as possible so it doesn't spoil my mood. Hey Ben, so how are you? No more speaking nonsense? Alright, I wasn't sure if you'd seen it before. Ah, ha ha. Not at all. I am healthy and full of energy. Righto! I can stand. Ugh. Whew. See how useful I am? Let's go or we'll be late. We walked briskly toward the school. Class is over and I'm heading to the club. There's a poem in my bag. I don't really feel like sharing it, but I have to. Seriously, that poem minigame, what the hell? As I entered the classroom, I immediately spot Monika. She, apparently, was waiting for me the most. I don't know. You'll have to... Somebody will have to look that up. Also, what did you do to the poem minigame? Seriously, what did you do to the poem minigame? Oh yeah, I've heard that show is just getting clowned on. I have heard that show is just getting absolutely clowned on. Because seriously, that is just so dumb. But the other girls were glad to see me too. The first thing was to talk to Monika, and she was looking forward to it too. Yeah, I want to ask you about that poem minigame you put me through. Hi, Monika. I walked up to her. Anything new? Not yet. Everything is going well, so I won't touch anything in the code yet. The last thing we need is derailing a story that's finally headed in a positive direction. Uh-huh, okay. What are you doing? Monika's smile impresses me every time. So sincere and sweet, yet totally balanced and innocent at the same time. As all things should be. Wait! What am I talking about? You're doing things to Wallace, aren't you? You're doing things to Wallace. I approve. I was supposed to talk to her. Yeah, it's really not bad. Sarah never fails to be cheerful. That fact is cheerful. Pardon the tautology. Repetitiveness? It's okay. Why apologize when it's no big deal? She ran her hand over my shoulder. I smiled back at her. Did you bring a poem? Yeah. I don't know if you want to see it, though. Of course, although, might be a little weird, so... Don't exaggerate. Everything needs to be tried in the poem. There's nothing wrong with that. No, like, you don't understand. But you don't understand. Something happened last night. Or this morning, while I was writing. You have no idea. Can I see it? I took the sheets out of my bag and put them in Monika's hands. Everything's gonna hinge on how she reacts to this. Guys, I don't think Monika has entirely wholesome intentions. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I don't think we can trust her, at least fully. Maybe it's just me. The results of our LSD trip, yes. Jesus Christ, these Wallace's fucking mad ramblings at the hands of Monika. Jesus, what am I looking at? I need to fix that. I need to fix that. I need to fix that filter I set up because it's too wide-reaching. My God. Okay, I've seen enough. Monika closed her eyes as she finished reading the last lines. Even though she was reading to herself instead of out loud, I noticed it. Hey, what's up, Natsuki? Man, and all the Dokis in here. First Monika was here, now we got Natsuki. Nice. Her lips moved, slightly pronouncing each word. She read slowly, stretching out each line. Her chest rose and fell, driven by her deep breathing. And, oh yes, I'm a fool. I only now, watching her eyes intently, finally realized what I had written about. Yeah, you're just now figuring this out. Either I was so sleepy this morning, or something else was happening to me. I lean more towards the latter. I think a certain somebody is fucking with you. I think we might be the target of a double cross here. As she was finishing the poem, Monika froze and put her hands down. It was as if she moved into a world of her own and was there. I wonder what's in that world. I'm not sure you want to know. Monika unfroze and opened her eyes. Yeah, see, it's casting too wide of a fucking net. Yeah, it sounds like it. Is it bad? I asked, clearly asking for a compliment. This is... magical! I knew it. You can find the premise in the description, but to put it in a nutshell, are you familiar with the mod World of Dreams? Because if you're familiar with that mod, the story is very similar, just with a much different approach. Yeah, you're up to something. You're up to something. That much is clear. That much is clear. You're up to something. There's no way around that. She answered with love. You've written it so wonderfully. I'd like to keep it, well, after you show it to the others, that is. Monika finished and lowered her head. Reluctantly, she gave me the sheets, holding my hand for a while longer. And your poem, Monika? Sure. She came to her senses at once and, running her hands into her bag, pulled out her poem. I gently took it in my hands and read it. Alright. My beacon. A beam of hope before my eyes, taking away the somber. I reached toward it in a flash, seeing the hope in the world. My heart set aflame with the light. With you by my side, and your light in the hands, we'll be the beacon to the others. We'll cast away the darkness. With you along, my son. Yeah, so it's quite clear what her intentions are. But, again, I cast a doubt based on her reaction to that poem that we wrote this morning. I'm sensing some foul play. Of course, due to my character, I was not overly impressed, but Monika's poem were incredibly beautiful this time. She was writing about me, but there wasn't an ounce of flattery. I don't know if there have been other poems dedicated to someone you love that I didn't have flattery in them. It's undoubtedly a talent. Or feelings. Or both. It's beautiful, Monika. I become more and more convinced of your talent every time. Thank you. Your opinion is very important to me. And and again her enchanting smile. No, still, how perfect she is. Small lips create a symmetrical, smooth smile, as if from a TV commercial. And if she parts her lips slightly, her snow-white teeth would show. I approached Sayori with a poem. I can't say I have. Have you ever had to do that, mate? She had been waiting for me to approach her for a long time, but she knew that it was more important for me to approach Monika first. Now she literally snatched the paper from my hands and began to drill into the paper with a skittish stare. When she finished, she looked up at me without raising her head. And I know who this is for, she said playfully. Tell me, because I don't know, I answered sarcastically. You always ruin the fun. I'll tell you a secret anyway. She tiptoed up to my ear and whispered, It's about Monika. Wow, I never would have guessed, Sayori. Thank you for the insight. I really needed that. I never would have figured it out otherwise. I looked away, which only made Sayori smile. She gave me my poem back. The writing is great. You write like a pro. I couldn't do that. That's disingenuous, Sayori, and you know that. A pro? What are you saying? It's just a stylistic peculiarity. There's nothing special about it. Anyway, let me read yours. She willingly gave me her already wrinkled sheet, and I, ignoring the dents, began to read. Yeah, so this looks like the same poem from the base game. Just different handwriting. Oh, you got the U2's figures for Yuri and Sayori? I didn't end up getting any of those because I've already got a figure coming in December. I think, what is it? The Neandroid one? That's the one that I got. I like the choice of handwriting. Makes it stand out. It's all quite lively and sweet, like Sayori. Looks like she wrote it this morning, too. Yeah, shit. Which I wasn't particularly surprised about. You got the Omori plushies? Nice. As always? Well... You know that yourself. How could I have time to write it yesterday? She made an apologetic face. Yeah, can't blame you. Turned out well. I think your joy will only improve your poetry, by which I mean, stay that way, you'll be fine. She smiled and took the paper from me. Alright, well thanks for hanging out with us, Nat. Good to see ya. They sold out in less than an hour? Damn. That's quick. I was left with the choice of going to Yuri or Natsuki. Honestly, if I could, I wouldn't go to either of them. I was afraid of what Yuri could do, and Natsuki made herself clear yesterday. But rules are rules, and I approached Yuri because she was still acting appropriately. Hi, Yuri. Want to read my poem? I handed it to her. Sure, Ben. I wonder what you might have written. Yeah, I can do that. Just send it to me on Discord, whatever it is you want me to react to. She began to read and stopped at the first line, judging by her eyes. She cautiously looked around at everyone in the class and then continued. Oh god. Yeah, seriously, this is bad. She finished reading. She gave the sheets back to me. It's all really beautiful and poetic, but it's not hard to notice, you know, that it was written about someone. I'm getting a screenshot of that. Yuri doing the Sayori thing. Yeah, I know. It's just that when I was writing, everything came up by itself. I was just putting lines out, and I just realized what I was writing about. She nodded thoughtfully. Sometimes, that's how it is. Everything comes out automatically. I usually write and think long and hard about each line, but sometimes a whole poem is born in my head and goes straight to paper. You must really love the person you wrote it for. She sighed and sat down at the table, starting to run her finger over her other hand. Oh no, here we go again. If I could solve Sayori's problem, how do I solve this one? She's probably already obsessed. Just now, she still has enough sanity not to start cutting herself right here. No! 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 Don't you do this to me! I have to say something. I think it will pass, Yuri. I really don't know what I'm writing about, and maybe... Oh, excuse me. Maybe it'll get better soon. She smiled a little. I guess admitting my neutral position really put her at ease. Let me read yours now. Yes? I mean, read it, of course. She gave me the open notebook. Oh. Just based on the title, I don't like this. Oh god. Oh no. Guys, I don't like where this is going. This world knows no kindness. Once, I've heard about a box, overflowing with happiness. Alas, I wasn't one to claim it. The rival outpaced me. The taunting fell upon me, but I withstood them, one by one. My adversaries fallen down, all of a sudden lost her crown. My body bent itself in pain, although determination I remain. Yeah, keep in mind this is a translation of a Russian mod, so if some stuff gets lost in the translation, I apologize. I think that's meant to say determined I remain. Approaching the box and standing still, I pressed the knife against my chest. I was oblivious and blind. This world knows no kindness. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The mood is grim again. There are two heroines in the poem, a positive and a negative one. You don't say. During a bloody fight for something unclear, both die, but the negative one dies quickly. While the positive one dies soon after from her own hands, because she was left with nothing anyway. I didn't like it. Not the poem itself, but the plot. It was connected to reality. You could see that clearly. There's no point in talking about it to Yuri. Everyone matches their work to the real world and themselves to the protagonist. Good as always. But Yuri, haven't you ever wanted to write about something less bleak? I don't know. Whenever I try, it's all nonsense. I have no wish to read, let alone share. She turned her head away in embarrassment. Yuri, don't think like that. I have an idea. How about you write something less dark for tomorrow, and we'll discuss it? Can we do that? Why not? The important thing is that everything comes straight from the heart, and I'm sure you have that spark in you. Yuri smiled. Okay, I'll try. That's all we can ask for. Another problem solved. I've saved the hardest one for last, Natsuki. What should I do after what she said yesterday? Firstly, it wasn't like her to say it, and second, what might she think of the poem I wrote today? Still, I have to talk to her. If I ignore her, it certainly won't end well. That's it. Let's go. Hi, Natsuki. Place your bets now. This is not going to end well, is it? Oh, at last you bothered to show me your poem? Almost snatching it from me, she began to read. After reading the whole thing, she gave it back to me just as blatantly. You know, I didn't think you wrote like that. What do you mean? It's really beautiful. I mean, it's too pretty. Not terrible, I guess. Wow, thanks. I replied with the same indifference. Now be honest. It's about me, isn't it? Excuse me. Are you the one with emerald green eyes? Come on. Don't be ridiculous. What? Don't be shy. You just wanted me not to guess, so you wrote it this way. Oh well, and you thought I wouldn't understand? Stupid. Natsuki touched my hand. There was nothing I could do about it. Does any of them deserve these lines as much as I do? Natsuki, it's a little narcissistic. But you wrote it, not me. I'm just guessing. Natsuki, that's just a collective image. I didn't write anything specific, just... You're still afraid, obviously. Why don't you gather your thoughts and tell me yourself tomorrow? Okay? Did Natsuki smile sweetly at me? Looks like something really changed in her, but it only made things worse. You forgot to show me yours. Well, take a look. She pulled a sheet out of her bag. I tried to take it in my hands in the most annoying way possible. She only grinned at that and continued to watch me. I read her poem. Yep, this is the same, just with different font. It was all in her usual style, which couldn't help but please me. Fortunately, Natsuki's obsession with me didn't affect her poetry. Perhaps she's just pretending to get more attention? But she's gone too far in her obsession. She knows my passions, and if she started with them, it would be a much more profitable way for her to get my attention rather than give herself away all at once. Looks like I'm gonna have a really hard time with her, not like I did with Yuri or Sayori. And I'll also have to talk to Monika again, which, however, is what I like most about this situation. I hate to bother the already busy Monika unnecessarily, but she herself seems to be looking forward to this being over so we can talk again. Are you done or what? I was distracted from my thoughts by Natsuki's annoyed voice. What? Yeah, I'm done. I looked at her questionably because it slipped my mind what else I was supposed to do. Well? What do you think? Quit being silent! She shrieked. Now you listen to me. As long as you talk to me like that, don't even think about there being anything between us. Oh no. It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. What did I tell you? Yes! I can't communicate with you normally. You always demand something from me. Stick to me. Now I also demand that you stop acting so blatant. Natsuki blushed and turned away. I think I hurt her feelings. It's not like I wasn't satisfied, but now I feel extremely uncomfortable. Besides, I got Yuri and Monika's attention. I wasn't worried about the latter, but what could Yuri have thought? You know! Alright then, I don't need anything! I don't need anything from you! After that, she ran towards the closet and slammed the door shut behind her. I put Natsuki's poem on the table and turned to Monika. She shrugged her shoulders and signed with her hand for me to go to Natsuki. I didn't know what to do, so I followed her advice. After opening the door, I went into the closet. Natsuki was sitting in the corner with her face buried in her knees. Yeah, damn. Yep, about what I expected. Damn, Natsuki is triggered. Yeah, that's one way to put it. I went over to her and sat down next to her. What now? You want to make me pour my heart out again? You're acting weird. You told me yesterday that... Forget it! My strange attempt to get some attention. Nobody loves me. Nobody needs me. And my own father doesn't feed me. Natsuki, don't cry. Everyone loves you. Monika, Sayori, Yuri, I love you too. Well, as a friend. Seems like she stopped crying. Her wet eyes looked upon me from under her arms. You dating someone already? Yeah, if it makes you feel any better. But Natsuki, if you feel sad, I'll always support you. I promise. We're supposed to help each other, right? Well, yeah. Is everything alright? I guess so. Sorry about that. I'm also sorry, Natsuki. I'm not mad at you. I just get a little sad sometimes. Well, just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, okay. Okay. We got up off the floor, and I gave her a friendly hug. She seemed to calm down. I'm glad. Important thing is that this friendship remains a friendship. Before walking out of the closet, I told her to wait a bit. It would look a little weird to walk out together. Leaving the others alone, I went back to Monika. Impatiently, she dropped all her studies and announced to the whole class. Well, it looks like it's time to go home. Has everyone shared their poems? Everyone nodded and started dispersing to grab their things. Sayori, standing at the exit door, beckoned me with a look. I walked up to her. Listen, I think I have to walk Monika home today. Is that okay with you? Of course, Ben. It's good that you can walk home with someone else, isn't it? Hehehe. See you tomorrow. Alright. She bounced out of the classroom. Monika and I were left alone. Yep. Once again. You and me. I don't know. Music. This has gotta be one of my favorite soundtracks from any mod I've played. I love the soundtrack, dude. The poem you wrote, Ben. They make me blaze from the inside, she said, coming up to me. I remember. I'll give it to you. Oh, bro, you should have seen the mod that we played in the VC the other night. No, that's not it. I mean, of course, give it, but there's something else. I knew it. She closed her eyes and put her hands on my shoulders. In an instant, our lips locked, and I am no longer able to feel the outside world. There you go. I'm not sure if that meant to say it was instant or in an instant. No, his poem. My arms wrapped themselves around Monika's waist. She was as light as a feather. Couldn't believe we were doing this. I think the taste of her lips will forever be carved into my memory. This is the first time we've been this close. Feels like we've been together forever while our lips were paired. That's probably what she wants, all things considered. When we stopped, we opened our eyes and looked into each other. Our cheeks reddened noticeably. It was natural, though we were honestly embarrassed. Monika, you're so good. I know. Oh. I pressed her closer to me. She pressed herself closer to me as well. You're really good too, Ben. Aww. Look at that smile. It's great. It's great. I'm having a great time. Well, you came back at the perfect moment, Bradley. I saw. You can't imagine how happy I am to be here with you. What's happened? Lots of things. You're gonna have to go back and see what the fucking Poe minigame looked like this morning. Like, dude, that was some fucking trippy LSD shit. Why is that? I feel the same way now, Monika. Really? How long will our embrace last? No, we've only done one. As long as you wish. But yeah, if you were here for the poem minigame, then all we really did was share poems, and yeah. As you might have guessed, yeah, the poem was fucking disturbing. As were their reactions to it. The Dokis, I mean. Then let it be longer, Ben. Conqueror of women's hearts. That's a fucking achievement. Yep, I saw. After a minute, we let go of each other. MC also triggered and friend-zoned Natsuki? Oh yeah, that's right. That's what that's another thing that happened. Yeah, so Oreo wants me to react to something. It's called Do Not Listen to This Song. I'll pull it up in the Discord window here. He wants me to react to that later. Well, I am sorry if I arose you from your slumber. We're looking at a 2018 mod here called How to Change the Course of History. And for a 2018 mod, I would describe it as ahead of its time. Because compared to most other mods, there's a lot going on from a technical point of view. Monika started to gather her things, and I waited for her, leaning against the door. Monika, do you know what's going on with Natsuki? Natsuki. She's not doing very well with her family. Her father rarely feeds her. That's why she's so slim. At least he lets her out of the house so she can see her friends. I think if she had a boyfriend, her life would be a lot easier and more fun. Dude, that is fucked. That is fucked, Caleb. But the problem is, according to the canon of the game, that can't happen yet. When you and I get a really good ending, things should change in this world. She spoke so confidently that I didn't even have a reason to question her more about Natsuki. You know them all, don't you? Well, yes. Not in too much detail, but I do. What happened to Yuri was because you let her get too close. She felt she was lower than you. While you wrote in a way she didn't like, she felt more important. Her self-esteem held herself back from revealing her feelings, even when you weren't around. Monika suggesting the harem route. We'll see where the mod takes us. Yeah, dude, tax is fucked. Sales tax is fucked. I see. She was finally ready and came to me. Holding our hands, she opened the door. Shall we go? We left the classroom and walked down the empty hallway. How did it go for you? So far, Yuri's been fine. I think I was able to convince her to write something less gloomy than she usually writes. Wow. Don't you think she agreed just because of you? Maybe as part of the reason, I think she did. But, you know, maybe she does want to broaden her mind. I don't know. Yeah, sounds good, Caleb. Enjoy your day, mate. I'll be going for at least about another hour or so. See, we've been going for 2 hours, 14-ish minutes. And I wanted to keep going until about 6 or 7. And it's 5:15 right now. So, we'll keep going for a while. You know? As for Natsuki... Yesterday, she almost confessed her love to me. Today, on the other hand, I told her that I was already dating, but I'm always ready to support her in any trouble. You did the right thing, Ben. I see you're starting to acquire some leadership skills. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Me? But I ruined everything. And now you're helping us fix it. Thank you, my boy. Thank you. Thank you. But then you fixed it. It's better not to praise me. I'll do something wrong again, and I'll have to judge myself even more, because you had high expectations for me. We left the school and headed towards Monika's house. We walked slowly to spend more time around each other. Putting aside the topics related to the club, we talked about poetry, life, and other things. If I had the resources, fuck, maybe. Yeah, even you're looking at that like, really? Do you really think he has the capacity to do that? Seriously, I fucking would though if I could. It was almost like that moment when the world disappeared and only she existed. I no longer hate Monika. That feeling has gone yesterday. Became more and more convinced that even though at first she appeared as a uninteresting girl, I now had the greatest interest in her. See? Just gotta get to know her a little bit. Mysterious Yuri, fiery Natsuki, sweet Sayori. She surpassed them all. Maybe she just convinced me of her superiority? Nah. You just gotta get to know her a little bit, that's all. Project Monika! What happened, mate? That can't be true. We're almost there, Ben. Give me the bag. I stood still for a moment, and she reached for it herself. When I put my hands behind my back, she laughed. Hey, give it to me. I just don't want to let you go, Monika. You're so sweet. She embraced me, after which she took her bag from me. Did you skip a meal or something, mate? Must be really hungry. Maybe. I can't tell. I'll see you tomorrow, remember? Yeah. Hope I got that in time. She smiled and kissed me. Here you go. See you tomorrow, Monika. See ya! She said with a smile, and with her last glance on me, she opened the door to her porch. I watched her too, until she disappeared behind the door. After that, I turned around and went home. My heart was happily pounding inside me. I was no longer thinking about the club problems. I was coming back thinking of what I would write for tomorrow's meeting. Alright. Well, that's the end of the day. I've been waiting all day for class to be over so I could finally go to the club. Ooh, yeah, that's a bit of a drop-off, mate. Well, don't think about it too much, just shrug it off and try again tomorrow. Everyone has off days, mate. Wow. Just a couple of days ago, just thinking about it made me uncomfortable. But now I had the task to lighten everyone's mood, and most importantly, to impress Monika. I may have gotten close enough to her already. That only encourages me to make her happier every day. Still, I was finally able to leave the confinement zone and ran down the hallway to the literature club as I left the classroom. When I went inside, I saw the typical scene. Sayori was chatting with Monika about something, Yuri was reading intently, while Natsuki was rummaging through the closet. Are you asking me, or are you asking chat? Mate, I'll be real with you. I'm gonna think about it while I go get some water, so... chat, discuss what Oreo just asked here. Okay, I'm back. The 18-year-old immortal Sayori. You all know who mine is. It's a tricky one. For me personally, it'd be Monika or Yuri. I've been thinking, and like... which Doki do you want to be your baby mama? Honestly, for me, it's kind of a tie between Monika and Sayori. I think Sayori would be really good at that. But you guys also know how I feel about Monika, so. But it's funny that you bring that up, bro. Because in an older version of Moss, there actually was a little secret. If you changed Monika's name to Monika, she would have like a special reaction. They took it out though because people didn't like it, I guess. Some people didn't like it. But yeah, if you look up like Dretchnox's old video on it, you can find it there. Alrighty, that feels better. If they didn't like it, why don't they just not do it? Yeah, I don't know, mate. Like I said, it was in like older versions of Moss from a few years ago. And you can find it in DokiTubers like Dretchnox's videos. Did someone remake that as a submod yet? I don't know. You would have to tell me. Somebody would have to do the research, because I don't know. I don't follow submods and the Moss subreddit too closely to know. I forget, did I change these already? My appearance was like a sunbeam to all the girls, as narcissistic as that sounds. Sayori flashed and waved her hand at me. Yuri smiled. Monika brightened up. Natsuki didn't hear me show up and kept doing something. Maybe it's for the best. Hey, Ben! We've been waiting! Well, I'm sorry. That's just my schedule. I wanted to approach Monika, but instead I was drawn to Yuri. Damn scripts again. That damn script! As I approached her, I sighed. There was nothing I could do, so I had to talk. What's you reading, Yuri? Oh? Are you really interested? How about no? Get out of my chat, you stupid bot. Well, yes. Take a seat, then. She removed her bag from a nearby chair and made some room for me. I sat down next to her, but tried to stay as far away from Yuri as possible. It may seem boring to you, but I'm reading Stephen King. I don't think people would find that boring. He's an exceptional horror writer. In reading him in silence, concentrate. It just gets to your bones. She spoke really excitedly and emotionally, clearly trying to draw me into the whole thing. I tried to act as distant as possible, but deep inside I had a great interest in her reading. Come closer, Ben. It'll be easier to read this way. And I moved. Not by my own will, but I moved. I caught a glimpse of Monika. She was well aware of what was going on, occasionally exchanging isolated phrases with Sayori. Okay, if Monika's calm enough for now, then nothing particularly dangerous has happened yet. I looked into the book. Yes, there's something about it. Yuri moved closer, but I didn't, so I don't accidentally distract her. It's addictive enough, especially in Yuri's presence. I kept reading. She seems to be paying more attention to me than to the story. I wanted to look into her eyes, just for a moment, but instead, I stared stupidly into them. She didn't even think about turning away. Are you interested? I don't know. Perhaps you can't see it well. I'm sorry. I'll move a bit closer. She's sitting so close to me that her breasts are pressed against my hand. Yuri, are you okay? That moment, her eyes opened wide for a moment, and took on a peaceful look once again. Like I said, Yuri, you okay? Is there a credits document in here? No. But I have my thumbnail stuff folder for a reason. I extracted the files, so... Oh, okay. Well, good to see you, Zach. I don't think... Oh yeah, here we go. It's in the mod assets, a complete list of all the background music. And holy shit, this thing is taking a while to load. There's a lot. There's a lot of soundtrack files in here. 25 different tracks. There's 25 different tracks inside the mod files. So there is a lot of music. If you're curious, the mod download is in the description. And I can send you the tool that I use to extract the mod files to make the thumbnails. I will say, that's one useful thing I got from an old friend of mine. The tool's called RPA Extract, if you're wondering. You got copyright strikes for uploading your playthrough of this mod? Well, I guess I'll be paying attention to what happens after we're done streaming this. However, there was a blush playing on Yuri's cheeks, and it was noticeable. Just be aware of that. I moved back a little, and to keep her attention away from that, I started talking immediately. Yuri, I'm sorry. I'm really interested, but I don't think I'm in the right state of mind to read right now. Did something happen to you? Tell me. I'm fine, really. Yuri turned her head toward the book. You could have just said it wasn't interesting. No, you've got it all wrong. I feel uncomfortable when we sit like that. Oh, really? I'm sorry for making you feel embarrassed. She covered her face with her hand. Yuri, calm down. It's okay. I just haven't been this close to a girl in a long time. I lied. Alright, I have no right to force you to read. That's purely your own wish. If you want, you can always come to me. I can always find some time for you, Ben. Her voice sounded a little strange. She was all pins and needles. Bothered me, but at least I was free of her. Monika couldn't calm down. She kept twitching, waiting for me to finally come to her. Yeah. Something tells me she wasn't... Something tells me that wasn't supposed to happen. Here I am, free of Yuri, going straight to her. Here. No, none of the other character files have been modified. Scripts again? What else could it be? I have a bad feeling, Monika. Yuri's starting to go crazy again. Monika nodded her head and stared at the floor. While thinking, she said Yuri's name several times before talking to me. It'll all work out. Just don't tell her you're dating me. Otherwise, she'll try her best to have your attention. And when she realizes it's all about me, you understand. Oh, how complicated. I know, right? But at least we were able to save Sayori. I think it's time to start sharing poems. She said that last phrase loud enough for everyone to hear. Natsuki came out of the closet and spotted me. Oh, Ben is already here? Shouldn't we say hello? Natsuki, you've been too busy to distract you with any kind of greeting. What? Do you want to come closer and say that? Poems! Monika exclaimed, and upon seeing everyone's surprised look, she shivered a little and smiled. I mean, come on, let's start sharing. I pulled out a new poem. It was shorter than yesterday's, but I spent more time on it, so I wouldn't get carried away in another burst of emotion like last time. Giving it to Monika, I started watching her. There he is! Good to see you, Zach. Wine. Savoring the wine. Like it's my own blood. On this frosty day, I'm savoring the wine. I'm turning into dust on this frosty day. My only source of heat is the image of yours. This weather is no obstacle for me to imagine your sharp and piercing smile. From not these lines, I feel comfortable as if you are gently caressing my blazing forehead. But whenever you're gone, I'm in agony, breaking the chains, shattering my teeth. I'm savoring the wine. I quite like this one. I quite like this. Trying to figure out if he's writing this from his perspective or if he's looking through someone else's eyes as he writes this. Because I could easily see this going the other way between these two. Oh, I'm not surprised at all that it exists, Zach. It's called Rule 34 for a reason. But yeah, what I really wonder is whose perspective we're seeing this poem from. Because honestly, this sounds more like it's from Monika's perspective than ours. Either that or this is just Monika's influence on him. I can't tell. When Monika read the poem, she looked at me. She looked uneasily into my eyes, but I didn't understand what was troubling her. Oh, I know, Zach. I found out before I started today that this was originally a Russian mod. So that might explain why if you uploaded a playthrough it, you got striked for it. Could be a difference in how they view, like, using someone else's music. I'll have to be aware of that. It's a very good soundtrack, though. Yeah, if the owners... I don't know. I don't even know, man. We'll see what happens, Zach. Ben, why so gloomy? I don't know. It just turned out that way. Didn't mean to make it like that. You... Don't scare me like that. I'm worried about you. This is actually the third day, Natsuki. This is the third day. We just got to the point where we're sharing poems. We just viewed our boy's poem here. She said with a relieved exhale. I walked over to her and stroked her hair, leaning her head against my chest. It'll be okay. The world stopped again. I won't. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean it. It's all because we are aware. We've seen too much, and it's been carved in our heads. It affects the brain too much. Monika uttered, keeping her eyes on me. Would have loved to see one, though. Read mine. Maybe there's something there, too. Alright, if you insist. Let's see it. Everything's unfrozen, and I let Monika go. She gave me her notebook, and I began to thoroughly analyze her poem. The fall into the unknown. No matter how long, the life is precious. What lies beyond its limitations? The nothingness before my eyes. I make a step towards my demise. Falling, feeling unbearable pressure. Torturing pain that you can't even measure. Approaching the ending, the world is freezing. Along with the time, along with the people. Flying, I still carry this burden. Begging the fate to have you back. To stop the pain. To stop this all. This void has no bounds. It won't come to an end. Just as soon as you leave, I'll again be condemned. That's what this is for. Don't you worry. In fact, let me fix that. Looks like the weather changed again. Yep. There. Its meaning was very philosophical. It was about life and what goes on beyond it. With time, I made my guess to what particular case Monika was talking about. You didn't write this yesterday, did you? Right. I'm glad you picked up on that. I wrote it the day when Yuri died. We never shared a poem after that, remember? Oh shit! Is that what that is? Is that what that is? The poem you wrote that particular day. Interesting take. Interesting take. If you mean... You'll have to be specific about which one, because if you mean Vigilante, yeah, I've got a whole playlist for that. I really enjoyed Vigilante. But if you're talking about a different one that I'm not aware of, then do tell. Because I'll put it in my stream notes folder. But yeah, interesting take, I have to say. So that's something new. Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, I think we all just kind of assumed she never wrote one the day before Yuri died, because she kind of already knew what was going to happen. But I guess not. I didn't think so, Bradley, because I wasn't aware of any others other than Vigilante. But yeah, if you wanted to see my reaction to Vigilante, I've got a playlist for it on my channel. Well, except for that time when we were in the void. Is it about that void when I wasn't with you? Yes, I always wondered what was going on beyond that little world. Because this world really is so small. That if you walk down the street and walk past your house, after a while you'll just helplessly fall into the void. It's kind of the nature of video games, but yeah. It's a scary thought to think about when you're in a game world, and you know that. And you'll just keep falling forever. Only a restart can save you. Wait, Monika. You fall there? Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you. It's a terrible feeling. It's like someone sucking your blood, your insides, your soul. But it never ends. It's terrible. And that's awesome, mate. And the world you fell out of is getting smaller and smaller, becoming a faint dot, until you can't even see it at all anymore. And you can't fix it yourself. I have to wait for you to do it, Ben. Why are you torturing yourself like this? It's hard for me to be here. I thought I could leave, but it turns out I can't. But now I don't want to leave. She looked tenderly into my eyes. It's okay. I'll be with you forever. Are you? Okay. Yep, since it's a Russian mod. I kind of figured they had to be. So I'm sure they treat things with that differently than they do over here in the States. But yeah, our boy. Our boy. Are you curing yourself right now? You okay, bro? What's happening? I answered, touching her hand. She giggled gently and took her notebook from me. I decided not to change yesterday's order and approached Sayori. I mean, we haven't heard anything about coming back. So, right now, that's the assumption. After reading the poem, she said, "There seems to be something wrong with you." No, there's nothing wrong. Monika noticed the mood of the poem, too, but I still don't know what caused it. Are you worried? About what? You should know yourself. Oh, her. Actually, we've been dating fine, and there's nothing to worry about, but I guess I'm always a little worried. There's nothing wrong about it, Sayori said with the look of a knowledgeable person. That means you really care about her. Well, okay. Now let's have you read mine. took another wrinkled piece of paper from her. Oh! This is an original one. No more sadness. I open my eyes. There's lots of things to do. Like making my breakfast and go shopping too. Eating some candies and playing with someone. I can do almost anything just for the fun. I'll sit in the park and watch the people having picnic on the meadow. Then I go home and take a shower and go to sleep like a winter flower. For me, being lonely is not being sad. Seems like she understands, based on what I'm reading here. DDLC was originally going to be voice acted? Bro, if that's true, I would love to know about that. I would love to hear more about that. Stream notes. Beware. It started with the protagonist doing something all day. Some routine stuff. That would have been alright, but the ending was depressing. Being alone won't make me sad. Sayori noticed my misunderstanding on the last line. Yeah, that's not what she was trying to say, mate. Oof. I decided to ask her about it first. Sayori, why the loneliness? That... Well, I get lonely sometimes, but it's not because... Sayori, don't think I don't want to communicate with you. I won't have anyone closer than you anyway. What do you mean? I didn't think of that at all. Maybe I'm just jealous of you. She's gone quiet. Oh, you mean Dan didn't have the money for voice acting? So he just decided to have the song for Monika at the end? I think that was the right choice. I think that was the right choice, all things considered. I'd have to check the credits of the game, but that sounds right. But yeah, I think it was better to just have no voice acting and leave it up to us as players to speculate on what they sound like. You ever heard the phrase less is more? Because I think that absolutely applies here with the characters in the game. I think that absolutely applies here. I needed to hug her so she feels we are close. Don't be sad, Sayori. You know what? How about we go home together today? But you're dating. It's no problem. Monika will understand. Don't worry. Sayori smiled at me. I think I was able to lift her spirits. I looked back at Monika. She was looking at us sweetly. She seemed to like it. Though I felt uncomfortable in front of Monika standing with Sayori in that position, so I let her go. Sayori also turned her attention to Monika and giggled, poking me in the stomach with her hand. I stepped back with an embarrassed smile and turned around. Oh, it's the third day now that I can't calmly approach Yuri or Natsuki. After gathering my thoughts, I still decided to share my work with Natsuki first, since we hardly spoke to her today. Is that from the wiki? Because I wouldn't mind hearing some of her other stuff, personally. She sat in silence, waiting for someone to give her time. Apparently, I had to be the first for today. When I approached her, she looked at me, frowning, and sighed. I like the chair model. I sat down next to her, and she turned her head in my direction. Ben, don't you think Monika's kind of weird? What do you mean? It's like she doesn't want us to talk to you. Me and Yuri. I don't know. She's not having the easiest time. After all, she's the president. She wants the best for all of us. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I know that. But it looks kind of suspicious. It's like she's jealous. Don't think of her like that. I'm a new person here, after all. She's trying to create the best conditions for me. It's probably not going well, and it has its own troubles. Just try to accept it. You know how hard she tries. Okay, time will tell. I noticed a sense of relief on her face. Will you show me your poem? Sure, here you are. She read it. It was clear even in the middle that she didn't like it very much. When she reached the end, she slapped her palm softly on the table like a judge and announced her verdict. Felt like I was reading Yuri's poem. I mean, seriously, some bloody passions. Don't you find it similar? I don't know, Onyx. I wish I had an answer for you. I seriously don't know why she's like this. It could be because of what modifications were made to the mod, but I have no idea. Maybe. I guess I really picked up something from her. I'm getting suspicious about this. Natsuki spoke with some guile. What? I know who you're dating. She said as if she had found a treasure trove. Hush, Natsuki! What are you talking about? It's too obvious, Ben. She said quietly, as if rebuking me. While you were sitting there, sweetly staring at each other, let's just say I caught you red-handed. Ha ha ha! Nothing like that happened. It really better not have happened. She's crazy, Ben. But that's okay. Don't bother. I'll deal with her myself. But I didn't ask? Shut it. You're my friend, and I'll help you. It's for the worse if you go out with her. I just can't talk about what she does to herself sometimes. Natsuki uttered in my direction, looking back at poor Yuri, who was standing quietly and talking to Monika. Now read my poem and figure out how to write properly. All these horrors clog up your brain with all kinds of crap. I didn't agree with Natsuki, but arguing with her meant I agree with Yuri, and that could only make things even worse. Oh, this one. Just with different handwriting. Hasn't uploaded to her channel in over 3 years? Wonder what happened to her, if she just moved on to other things, or what? I saw the usual, somewhat childlike style again, having the same hidden message that almost lays on the surface. I wasn't repulsed by it. On the contrary, I rather liked it. I appreciate Natsuki exactly for the simplicity with which she behaved in life and poetry alike. Alright. When I finished reading, I said, "You never change." And that's a good thing. Your style is special, and that's what counts. And those who don't get it can just can't accept other people's opinions. Exactly! They don't understand anything. Now I know what to tell them. Thank you for being supportive. I mean, I already knew that. Let's end now. You still have to show your passions to somebody else, don't you? Told you. You never change. Natsuki didn't pay attention and went to Monika. Oh yeah? Why's that, dude? Why's that, Zach? He's getting his... Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That will do it, Zach. That will do it. Oh, man. I remember when I had my wisdom teeth pulled a few years ago. Yeah. I was up in the fucking clouds when I woke up after the surgery. Oh, God, I felt like I was floating on air. Almost like the time I had a few drinks this year when I was on vacation this summer. You never had yours pulled? Dude, it's a fucking experience, let me tell ya. Meanwhile, Yuri was free, and I went to show her the poem. I remember telling her yesterday to try to write something bright on the mood. Let's see if she succeeded. Here we go. Oh, you've already shared with everyone? It's for the best you've saved me for last, since I'm sure my opinion counts a little more to you than theirs. I mean, oh, don't tell them. I mean, without me, you couldn't get the full picture of the criticism. Forget it. She blushed a lot and wouldn't look at me. Take it easy, Yuri. Just read it, that's all. By the way, have you forgotten what I told you yesterday? How could I forget? I tried, and... well, let me look at yours first to see if I got it right. The thing is, it turned out a little out of my style. She had already read it and barely reacted in any way to my last words. Ha! Yeah, literally, like, when I got home, I just hopped on my laptop and, like, just started playing Sonic 1. And then just proceeded to try and get a 25-second run on the first level of the game. I'll have to upload the clip, because I'm pretty sure I still have it on my phone that I recorded while I was flying high as a kite. Because I think I still have that clip. I'll have to post that to the Discord later. Couldn't recognize any emotion on her face. She was probably reading very thoroughly. After a while, Yuri stopped and looked at me. Yes, that's unusual indeed. Looks like you were trying to imitate my style a little. You did very well. Thank you, I reluctantly replied. Honestly, I didn't think about it when I was writing it. Really? That explains a lot. I think if we try each other's styles, we might get something very attractive together, she said somewhat excitedly. Maybe. I wanted to ask you. You prefer poems like that, don't you? Well, there's certainly something about them. It's wonderful. Ben, what if we stay here together and talk about it? Yuri, I'm not ready yet. I've already planned my day today, and... Are you dating someone? She asked frustratedly. No, why would you think that? She's cornered me. Or did I corner myself? I knew I shouldn't give myself away. My current state can make Yuri feel even more free to communicate with me. Only way I could rid her of her obsession with me was through suicide. That would be followed by 2 more deaths, Natsuki's and Sayori's. Yeah, and I'm not sure I can do that inside the game. I'm not sure I can do that at all. You just keep avoiding me. I'm not trying to impress you. You're the only one here who understands me. Really? I didn't know that. What does she mean by those who don't understand her? Yes, that's right. Let's take Natsuki, for instance. She considers herself a genius. If you think about it, her whole philosophy lays on the surface. There's nothing to think about. Monika treats me with condescension, as if she sees me as someone else. There was a touch of desperation in Yuri's voice. Only I had known. Well, sure, I know about Natsuki. She talks to everyone like that, but Monika? Okay, I'll think of something. Yuri smiled a little. If they hurt you, feel free to fight back. There's nothing wrong with standing up for your opinion. You're probably right. I do bend my mind to them too often. Oh, we were talking for quite a time already. I have to show you my poem. She gave me a poem, and I read it. Ooh! Original! An original poem. Something I enjoy. Brief nocturnal stroll. I take upon the forest's call. I drift in it in solitude to lighten up my mood. Wandering the quiet beach to wash away my sorrow, dissolving all the misery, enjoying dusky nature. It always hears me out. It's easier for me to live when I'm understood. Yeah, kind of what we were just talking about, so sounds about right. It was fast enough, because the poem was easy to follow. Yuri really made an effort to write something out of her own style. It's easier for me to live when I'm understood. One of the lines expressed almost exactly what Yuri said a few minutes ago. Just means that for once she was able to put her thoughts into writing, and do it in a way that wasn't as grim as it always was. Yeah, if she used to write about things that made her feel bad, now she's writing about things that make her feel happy. Yuri, I didn't think you could write like that. Did you really like it? Of course. You finally brought out your positive side. You know, I think you should try writing something like that again. Maybe you might like it with time. If you think so. Actually, I've wanted to write something outside my usual style for a long time, but I thought no one would like it. And then you asked me to write it yourself. Thought I should be grateful to you for opening a new path of creativity for me. Yuri said, putting her hands behind her back. Yuri, don't thank me. It was you was able to overcome yourself, and that's all that matters. What does that have to do with me? I just gave you some of my unprofessional advice. I'm a 0 in poetry myself, so don't attribute anything to me. Well, maybe you're right. But I can't deny that thinking about you makes it much easier to write. Oh, I meant to say... Yuri forgot she was talking to me again. How cute and yet inconvenient. Now she's embarrassed again and we can't carry on a normal conversation. I hear you, Yuri. Did you mean that the memory of my advice got you thinking while you were writing? Yes,
Exactly as you said. Forgive me for being blunt. I'm being too weird, am I not? I'll try to change.
Yuri said in an apologetic tone. You don't have to change. Everyone here loves you just the way you are.
Is that so? Then, okay.
I smiled at her and stepped aside. This is hard. Turns out she's the one who's the hardest to convince. Yeah, Kaneko, I just found out he had his wisdom teeth pulled. That's probably why. Sounds good, Zach. Gonna spend the rest of the night watching some videos once I'm done and I've ate some dinner. Because I've got quite a few videos to catch up on, including the latest episode of your guys' series. She interprets things in her own way. When I say one thing, she transforms it in her head and something completely different comes out. That's okay. In the end, I got the job done. I'll have to think about that, Koniko. If you're okay with it, and y'all here would be up for it, what do you guys think? Is that something you guys would want to see me react to? You've been fucked up over edibles? What are edibles? Well, I will put it into my stream notes folder. Kaneko react. I will be thinking about it. It's kind of like she forgot what she wanted to ask me. I was finally able to approach Monika. In such a short time, I had already missed her. She greeted me happily and we started talking. How are you? She asked thoughtfully. That's what we've been waiting for? Okay. So far, so good. It's hard to regulate them, but so far it seems real. Sometimes, though, there are sharp moments, but I've been able to get around them. Sharp ones? Like what? Yuri asked me if I had a girlfriend. I know exactly what it's a reference to, mate. Believe me. Good thing I remembered right away that she wasn't supposed to know. Good thing I remembered right away that she wasn't supposed to know. Well, it's not that sharp of a question. What else? Yuri again. Then she hinted she'd like to go out, but what she said was, let's stay longer when we're done. But luckily she forgot about it. Well, that'll come down to what I end up thinking of it at the end of the day. I have not seen any of it, just as a foreshadowing for if I do end up doing a react to Kaneko videos. Man, is reacting to mod series is gonna become like the new next thing on my channel? Yeah? Zach, you think it's good? Yep, don't tell me too much about it, because I want to find out for myself. That's good. Excuse me. And she also said you don't take her seriously.
Oh, that's... I just have to feel a sense of authority to be confident in myself. Besides, knowing she's not real makes me think about it all the time. And that's probably the reason for my condescension. Just so you understand, she partly suffers because of it, and probably obsessed for the same reason. She thinks I'm the only one capable of appreciating her poetry.
Okay. Imagine if you become the average Twitch streamer and begin watching anime without any remorse. Bro. Bro, I wouldn't just react to something on my channel without reaching out to the creator first and being like, hey, do you care if I make a react video or two? Like, just showcasing your stuff. Something happened, Caleb? Huh. He's still trying? Something, yeah. No, I won't bring it up here. But, yeah. Some behind the scenes stuff in the server, Koniko. Yep, Monty wanted to say hello. It's been raining on and off. It's been raining on and off in the void today. But that's not true at all. It's a complicated situation, so I don't really feel comfortable talking about it here. But she doesn't feel that way, Monika. We have to help her somehow. In the meantime, Yuri and Natsuki were sharing a poem. I could partially hear them talking. Yuri, to be honest, that's just some... it's just some, whinging here? Yeah, it's rather personal, Koniko. Yeah, thanks for the update, Caleb. Apparently it is a word. Google. I need the obligatory bullshit window. Complain persistently and in a peevish or irritating way.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like Natsuki. No. That's just some whinging here. You can't write something that's not whiny or scary at all? But it's not whiny. I finally changed the subject and you still can't accept it? Your poems, for instance, are too superficial. The meaning is in the most prominent place. Here it is! Look! Yuri furiously lifted Natsuki's poem above her and held it in her hand. Hey, what are you doing? Natsuki raised her voice and tried to reach the paper, but she was too short for that. Now I want to see an animation of that. Yuri holding Natsuki's poem above her head, and Natsuki jumping to try and reach it. Somebody make an animation of that, if there isn't one already. I want to fucking see that now. Showing your high philosophy lies. Or showing how high your philosophy lies. Yuri was unfazed. You're just trying to imitate Ben. But he's much better at writing such poems than you are. Yuri was embarrassed. I'm not imitating at all. I know all about you and Ben. You're dating. How could I forget? Yuri instantly dropped her hands behind her back and stepped forward with determination. I never said we were dating! Are you out of your mind? Oh, so he doesn't know you're not dating? Oh, poor Ben. What a mess you've gotten him into. You're the reason he writes those stupid poems and... We've never dated and he didn't even think about it. Yep. Have a good night, Koniko. Nice hanging out with you. She shouted in Natsuki's face. You, on the other hand, seem to be trying your best to get his affection. You're just a nymphomaniac. You're just a nymphomaniac. That's the right word. Your poems are transparent, just like your head would be if it were glass. Oh! Oh, damn! Natsuki slumped into her chair from the pressure. And stop criticizing me for no reason! My work is as good as yours, as good as Sayori's or Monika's. And maybe even better, but you just can't understand it yet. Oh, please spare me, Natsuki. Please spare me. Yuri threw Natsuki's poems on the table beside her, turned solemnly, and stepped aside, tapping her shoes loudly. In my heart, I was proud of Yuri, but I felt sorry for Natsuki. She didn't even react. She just sat there, staring at the wall. Her attitude toward Yuri seemed to have changed a lot. Wow. Impressed, Monika uttered. Even I didn't expect that. Is she that appreciative of my advice? The achievement from the thumbnail!
Become a master of advice. I saw this one when looking through the achievements, and I'm like, yes, that's the one that has to go in the thumbnail. That's when I saw Monika's disapproving look. Yes, I was the one who told her to be honest with everyone, but that's all. She always exaggerated a little, she replied with understanding. Well, did everyone share their poems? Yeah, Sayori answered. Yes, indeed, said Yuri, standing with her back to everyone. Yeah. Hold on. I have to do this one more time. I like that. I like that. That is immensely satisfying. More mods need to incorporate something like this. Natsuki mumbled under her breath. Now she was already sitting with her hands folded in front of her, but she wasn't sad. You could tell that from her face. She looked hurt, her eyebrows furrowed as much as possible, and her eyes looked away. So I didn't give it much thought. Good, then we can call it a day. I ran up to Sayori and told her to wait by the exit. Then, trying not to attract attention, I waited until everyone left the room and stayed with Monika again. As soon as the classroom door slammed shut, she jumped up from her seat. I spread my arms and we merged in kisses. Jesus, yeah. This fucking relationship. Has accelerated fucking quickly over the last few days. We took the initiative as much as we could, reveling in each other with all our passion. It had only been a day since our last kiss. It seemed like an eternity. Little bit, yeah, a little bit. The mod is very technically impressive, but, like, the pacing of the story for what it is just feels like it's moving too fast. That's my main criticism with the mod so far, is that the story isn't anything mind-blowing. And feels a little hasty. It feels a little fast. When we stopped, I said to Monika without letting her out of my arms, Monika, I need to be with Sayori today. She's a close friend of mine after all. Plus, her poem today being about loneliness. Sure, Ben. Do you think I'm jealous? She looked somewhere sideways and grinned. Actually, yes, I am jealous. But I trust you. I'd do the same if I were you. Okay, make up your mind. That's all I wanted to hear from you. Or is it? Don't fucking double-cross me like that. We're in this together, remember? We're in this together. She said cryptically. I meant that's all I wanted to hear on the subject. Trust me, dude. Trust me, dude. I've been sus with Monika throughout this mod so far. It plants that seed of doubt in your mind, so like you can never completely trust her. She's very devious in this mod. I replied, understanding her hint.
Right. Okay, the weekend's coming up. We need to miss each other. What do you mean? It'll just be the two of us all weekend, Ben. Just me and you. She covered her eyes in oblivion. Sure. Let's make them memorable. I pressed Monika against me. Sure. She pressed her lips against mine again, and my arms, her slender figure, her hands on my broad shoulders. Yes, she has. Finally came out of the school building. I like how the lighting makes this scene look. Saria was standing outside, and when she saw me, she ran up to me. Took you long enough? She said with a sly smile. You could be a little more patient. What are we going to do today? What do you mean? You'll spend time with me today? Why not? I'll help you with your homework. I do mine before class anyway. We'll chat, have tea, whatever. We can write together. We can write together later. Yes, having tea. How very British. I apologize for my terrible accent. This is great! And Monika doesn't mind? No, not at all. She's a little jealous, but she understands me and you very well. She's nice, isn't she? Indeed. Well, let's hurry up and go. I can feel everyone's eyes on us. Quit making fun of the British. I do what I want. Well, okay, but good luck keeping up with me. Sari ran forward. I don't like running, but for some reason I ran after her. Well, the day went well, and despite some situations, I think it's only going to get better. Sayori bolted. That's what happened. This looks like the start of the next day. So... I'm thinking this is like the day before the weekend. So, I feel like that's a good place to leave it. Because I want to save the weekend for next time. So I think that's where we're going to leave things for now. I really am enjoying this mod so far. For a 2018 mod, it shows an impressive amount of technical prowess. And I definitely think it's ahead of its time. It's just a shame that this was only a Russian mod for years. Almost 5 years. So that the rest of us didn't get to experience this over here in the West. Until August this year, when this translation was released. Ah! Alright, Zach. Sounds good. But... that's gonna be where I leave the mod playthrough. But now, I'm gonna turn the music down, because there's something my mate wanted me to react to on Discord. So let me load up the Discord here. I got a couple of things. Monika's gonna smother your ass. So, before we get to what Oreo wanted me to react to, Bradley got that screenshot from earlier. Very nice. And then he said, look what the AI made with that image as a reference. That's pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty fucking good. Now, Oreo King wanted me to listen to a song called Do Not Listen to This Song.
So let's listen to it, because when somebody tells me to not do something, I have to fucking do it. Because that's the way my brain works. So, let's see. What is this song about?
Yeah, what's up, man? Hydrocock and Nick Pro Records, and this about to be a completely normal song. Yeah, nigga, I'm not gay, I don't suck cock, I don't rape, man, I don't sock them, take them, tape them and gape them. I never gave break for late castrator and seminate, man. I swear I don't use my basement as a gay playpen. I'm not Hydrocock, and I don't run Nick Pro Records, and it's not funded in Papa Akaya Media Center. I don't press Ritalin with estrogen, turning addicts transgender, and I never put my balls inside a blender. I don't drill holes in my cock and jack off flaccid. I never drowned 5 niggas at one time in Lake Placid. I don't lube up with antifreeze, and I don't use battery acid. And if I saw a male ask, I wouldn't immediately tap it. I don't use lakes to store bodies to make them blow. I'm not a homo necrophile, I'm not a throat goat. I don't have human skin anywhere on my coat. I never
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing that he would send to me. A song that my mate Oreo here sent me called Do Not Listen to This Song. It's 9 minutes long. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing here. But, yeah, what the hell? I don't know where you find this stuff, mate. But, man, you always keep me guessing with the shit that you manage to find for me.